on my belt and open my pants up so she can clearly see my head. Kingdom come, holy water on the ground before us so she can see a fluid lead. With reason if you say this or that like matter. Then proceed to evoke, thought you make chicken feed and shit scatter. School of Scarface say don't talk about my clothes, chains and things. School of Wilson say the most deadly weapon on earth is the black dangler. So I'm just gonna let my nuts hang. Tell her to tell them that women may love it, but they may hate what you say. Like how yours and your mama DNA is in they mama DNA. So respect that and to live long for that is what the scriptures say. You not destroying the old teachings of the other forefathers to ruin they day. Science messed up that fantasy shit that the old original niggas used to say. Black man has got no religion is what I wanna exercising you, my little sweet pretty renegade rider, mad bulldog bamboo boy rolling tide. I'm so dirty and nasty. Go outside, pop the trunk.
Coming to you live from work, on break, chilling. Where I just ate some chips. And I'm mad as hell right now because they just made me mad. That's how hungry I am. This is the medication I'm on. Where I could just eat, probably just continue to eat for no reason. Probably need to change my way of eating though. My way of eating was working until my medication started kicking in. And whatnot. My homeboy told me, keep doing what you're doing, man, with your videos and whatnot. Blase, blase, blase. People around you don't support you, but somebody will catch it and whatnot. And it'll get hot. So he was basically telling me that you wasting your time talking to your people at the crib, which I already knew that. Because people at the crib know the funniest people are know folk that got the most talent but won't fool with them like somebody else would from somewhere else. Then they got to go somewhere like Hollywood or Atlanta or New York and break loose because there's enough people up there that somebody catch on, they can get a cult following. That's all you need is a cult following. You could have your cult following around your area, your local area, and whatnot. What you do, scratch that. You can get a cult following around your local area, but somebody went to Atlanta to get the cult local area to follow them because the people in Atlanta were following them. But you can get the cult following in your local area after somebody else vows for you. So you still got to go out to Atlanta, New York, or somewhere like that and get your hype up. But I ain't going to Atlanta or New York or LA to try to get known by that cult following and whatnot. I'm going to get me one natural cult following around here where I'm from. And it'll go out. Or they'll catch me right here because I ain't going nowhere. I'll be at work on break. My job requires me to be in the area where I can get here on time, which is a struggle every day for me to get here on time. But I do it. I make it to work. Got a little vacation time I can use, but I'm going to use other people that got a cult following that's hot. Try to see somebody that's hot in the city and whatnot. Just pull up on them and then put their camera out and make them upset. They're going to get upset, but it's going to be funny. It's going to be a little entertaining. I ain't going to pull up on nobody that will assault me on camera. I'm going to pull up on people that's going to be a little bit ashamed, but ain't got no sweat or no salt in the game, They ain't scared. They do what they do and whatnot. They ain't gonna have no. There ain't gonna be no violent pull up or nothing. Cause the violent pull ups, you pull up on somebody and they want to fight you. Some people are making a living out of that too. But hey, I can't run like that, and I ain't finna tussle with nobody. So I'm gonna do it the easy way. I'm gonna slow grind it out, bump and grind, and whatnot. Trying to get a cult following. Because all that tussling and stuff is not necessary. Speaking of not necessary, I'm like to say that all my young soldiers coming up, you young black boys that got Caucasian friends, and that's all y'all got, because the way it's going, when you go swimming around your Caucasian friends, and personally, I recommend you don't go to no big lakes and stuff like that with them. But if you go swimming or you get on a boat with them, make sure you got a life jacket. Because if you ain't no Olympic swimmer, if you're not one of them, and you can put them words together that was right, you might wind up out there on the little barrier trying to swim your way back in, and they can't do it. And you drown, and you ain't got no life jacket. Don't go on no water, ocean, lake, river, none of that without no life jacket. With too many people drowning. Malcolm Jamal Warner was drowning. He was with his daughter trying to swim at the beach. And then these other young boys, they just got caught up. And just don't go swimming with them. If you got the friends, y'all can go do everything else. Everything except swimming and hunting deer and whatnot. Because even one of the ex-presidents shot his homeboy out there. Dick Cheney shot his homeboy out there trying to hunt some animals. So you might want to stay away from that too. Other than that, it's fun to do everything else with them. Don't drink around water. Don't drink around guns. And whatever it is that y'all do, listen to country music, have a bonfire, because they got excuses for you to drown. And you know what I'm saying, you might go crazy out there hunting with them or whatnot. But all the rest of the stuff, you can get by. But just be extra cautious around your friends, because there's people coming up dead. And they got some good excuses for them folks being dead. And they all know that black folks can't swim. That's what they say. Although I know some that can swim like a fish or could swim like a fish. They can't swim like a fish from out on them barriers or whatnot. In that ocean, that's something different. But keep your head up above water. And keep your head low below the fire. I'm Kojak.
Vietnam vet, Yellowstone vet, enduring freedom vet, drug war vet. The more tragic war stories I told her, the hornier she would get. Something about terror and tragedy made her pussy get wet. Just a bumping and grinding, sweating up a new bedroom set. A sure sign of the whole toxic. Okay, you can place a bed in Columbus, Georgia is where I met this crazy stripper. Oh, well, I wiped her up so she ain't stripping for just anybody no more. You can't judge me, man. She is part of my mental rehabilitation therapy. Medically approved by my VA. Doctor who told me I need a release, so I won't be so angry. I'm talking to this man waiting in line in Veteran Affairs, sitting chopping it up with him and nobody gaze with crazy stares. Just agreement from old men sitting around on couches in uncomfortable chairs. I was just there for an annual check about a VA that's affording me. That's how I wind up next to the dude telling me his war story. The things people would do for their country. And I'm talking about the man, why? Because he's certified crazy. The government needs to pay this mid a minute. When I have blackouts, people wind up dead. All I remember before the black.
We cannot lose with the stuff we use. Young man,